All right, I'm continuing to follow this uprising of German farmers, which has now, by the way, attracted farmers from all the countries in the region. Poland, the Netherlands, and others coming in. And it's not just the farmers anymore saying, look, we're not going to deal with this. We're not going to put up with this. We're not going to be treated this way. You're not going to raise the price of diesel. You're not going to cut our subsidies. You're not going to destroy our farms in the name of climate change. Now it's the truck drivers. The rail workers have declared a general strike across Germany's at a standstill. And this is what happens when the people that do the work to produce your food say, we're not doing this anymore. Another problem here in America, because this could happen here, is the fact when you go to the grocery store, your food comes from every place under the sun except America oftentimes. When you go to the produce aisle, even the meat aisle, they're bringing in protein from other places. Not a Patriot Foods, and that's why my next guest created Patriot Foods, was to defend the American farmer. He's standing up in his own way. Adam Lalone joining me from Patriot Foods. Adam, nice to see you.
Good morning, Steve. Great to be on again. Thank you.
It takes a team effort. Go ahead.
Germany's fighting back. Yeah. Germany's fighting back. It's beautiful what's going on in that country. I tell you, the U.S. needs to start doing it as well. These American farmers are in a bad place, Steve, and it's only getting worse. Cheap imports are putting the American farmers out of business. The small farmers, especially, the guys we support, the guys that put their equipment up for sale to make it into the next year. I'm telling you, this country needs to help each other, needs to help the farmers, needs to support the farmers, and it's just unbelievable. Steve, I would like to show some products this morning that we have. I'm telling you, these are hot sellers here. We have apple, cinnamon. It's a beautiful jelly here. We have roasted pineapple habanero. I'm telling you, barbecue chicken, guys, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Let me ask you something, Adam, and keep those in your hand, but I want to ask you something here. Because not only are you being subjected to imports, which undercut the price of the American farmer, which makes it harder to compete, but now you've got the government blaming you, Adam, for climate change. Well, it's the farmer's fault. We have to, get rid of fertilizer. We have to stop using diesel fuel. If you didn't use diesel fuel, and if you didn't use fertilizer on your farm, you're a blueberry farmer in West Michigan, or any other farmer for that matter, I mean, that's... They want to destroy farms to save the food supply. How does that even make any sense, Adam?
Well, it's insane. It's insane. We're highly regulated already, Steve. And look at Mexico. I mean, they do whatever they want, okay? So it's okay for Mexico to do whatever they want. And every third semi has enough meth in drugs on it to kill half of a county, okay? And it's just unbelievable. And the water over there is garbage, right? You have bottled water from Mexico and Walmart? I don't think so, guys. It's unbelievable. We have
It really is. When did the American farmer become the enemy? Because the government has turned it's climate change anyhow. Back to patriotfoods.com is a place you can find these things. And Adam was telling me as we came in, he's got some new things coming next week, pretty exciting. But this week, in an effort to support American farmers and American companies, they've put half off pricing on beef and pasta. Blueberries are 20% off. And look, you've got all of these services out there that deliver groceries right to your doorstep. Adam was ahead of the curve on this. He's ahead of the curve on this, and they ship it right to your doorstep. If you spend $100, that shipping is free. Adam, show me a couple more products here.
Yeah, the bourbon country cherries, guys. It's a beautiful beautiful item too. Blueberry jam.
Well, it is Friday. I could use those bourbon cherries on a Friday. Anyhow, go on.
That's right. Hey, the blueberry jam, of course. We're the blueberry guys. Beautiful. I mean, hey, these pears are beautiful. I'm telling you. And look at the jar; it's massive. Okay, shipped right to your door. The cobbler mixes, North Carolina cobbler mixes, are beautiful, guys. Our store has
you've got it all stacked up.
Much.
Yeah. You've got it all stacked up. So again, it comes back to me, I don't understand this. First of all, there was a war on the American farmer by way of subsidies and so forth to foreign producers. to bringing in, fruits and vegetables from Mexico, Peru, Argentina, from Asia. You get all sorts of things. I mean, you can't buy. I had this conversation with a guy at a local grocery store that shall remain unnamed here just last week. You can't buy shrimp that's caught in America. It all comes from Vietnam and India, and it's all farm raised. It's made in a swimming pool, basically. You can't buy shrimp from America. Isn't that unbelievable?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, garlic might not sound like a big deal, right? It's disgusting, right? I mean, you can't even get garlic out of California hardly anymore. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's about cheap, cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap, cheap. The retailers are selling out the American farmer. Our government, they're good at one thing only, Steve, and that's nothing at all. It's unbelievable. So the people need to take care of each other in this country now more than ever. And we need the people to help us. We need the people to support our company. We're supporting the American farmer. We give back to veteran families in need when you support us, of course. And I tell you, guys, we need your support. We need to stay in business. We need your help. We need to grow. And the only way we grow is with your support, with your purchases, okay? So important.
It's interesting.
So important.
We were trained, if you will, by the big box stores to buy cheap Chinese stuff. You say cheap, 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 cheap. You're right, Adam. We trained ourselves as a country, we want cheap, 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 cheaper, 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 cheaper. But by doing that, we undermined our manufacturing. We've undermined our farmers. We've undermined our country. Remember the supply chain issues? We wouldn't have that if we would pay for good American quality. All right, so it's patriotfoods.com for anybody who has never heard that. Patriotfoods.com. American farmers only, American companies only, because there's also candles and body wash and all sorts of other things, and it's all from American companies sourced here. And I'm with Adam. As you watch the German farmers say enough, remember, American farmers are on that same rope. They've been pushed right up against it. PatriotFoods.com, $100 shipping, $100 spent, shipping is free. America's your promo code to save 10% more. Adam.